Ooh. Ah.
Oh shit.
Say ooh, Hakeem. Say ah. We live in the building for that evening class. Yeah, Hakeem. He's saying his Native American chants. Let me get that thumbnail loaded up. Get him in the building. Get him on. Tell him we back on. We non-stop at you. We shooting that buzzer beater shot. We shooting that buzzer beater shot. Yeah, we shooting that buzzer beater shot right at the buzzer. You know what I'm saying? And win the whole game. Get him on. Somebody said do a tape on the Reptilians. So now we're doing a tape on the Reptilians. Right? We did the Mother Hoover tape. That was kind of like the intro to teaching you about the Reptilians. So if you ain't got that Mother Hoover tape, go back and check it out. Building again. Non-stop at you. We hope you got the notification and you're in the building. Right now, we're getting that thumbnail loaded up for you. We're going to talk about the Reptilians. Ooh, ah. Hey, Hakeem, make sure you close my door. Close the door. I hope he go back up in there, man, because my wife is off today. Hakeem the Dream is what his big brother Derek called. Hakeem the Dream. Hey, we in the building, man. Tell them we lit. We live. We about to crack heads, young elder gang. We about to get ready to share our screen in a minute and go through the different reptilian races. It's about 18 different species that we're dealing with. And some of them are aggressive, very aggressive, and they hate humans. They think humans are ugly and they stink. That's what the reptilians think. And you might think the same thing with them when you smell them and they smell like urine and fat cells, and it's like a mixture of this snake skin type smell. Oh, let me close my door. So they got this funky smell about them. And then it's different types. Some they can shade shift to change to disguise themselves. And it's two different types of them too. It's one type they can do it by way of copying and cloning in the mental reservoir your image and displaying it back to you, or displaying an image in you. They know how the brain work and they know how the light work, so they can adjust the light, fix the light to make themselves appear as humanoids, or whatever they want. Some of these reptilians, and then there's some that do it by actual copying the cells. Copying the cells. One copy the light frequency, one copy the cells. That's dealing with the 6-dimensional reptilians. Let me get the chat loaded up so I can see what y'all saying. We live, we lit. We in the building, young elder gang. Reptilians. We're talking about the reptilians. Hold on, let me get that chat pulled up. Hey, Rob, if you come in the building, if you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We Saturday, hey, we on for Saturday evening class. We're gonna be doing a night class. I guess we're gonna go non-stop. We rolling like a freight chain, baby. We rolling like a freight chain. Let me get my screen pulled up. Let's pull some reptilians up so we can break some of this shit down. The first reptilians, though, the older reptilians, is the Troglodytes, the Meldekians. On I don't know if I got that picture. I should have had that picture saved in my document. But they're the first reptilians. We broke this down on Mother Huber creation of the reptilian. All right, you got to go back and get that tape. Go back and get that Mother Huber and the creation of reptilians if you ain't got that tape. Man, this whole agenda, but I'm gonna tell you, the actual, you can see all the different types of aliens or reptilian species. All you gotta do is look at your planet. You look first, you look at your planet, look in nature and see the different types of reptilians, right? See the different types of species you got on your planet first, because all of these different species are pretty much the same. Like you got the color, like the color changing lizard. They call it the chameleon. The chameleon shade shift to look with the environment. It can shade shift its color into the environment. So that's one form of the shade shifting right there. Just off of looking at a chameleon do it in nature. Animals that can change. And it's more. I think it's more than a chameleon. They can change their color. That's like shade shifting. It's more than the chameleon. They can change its color. And some animals are already bred to the color, like grasshoppers. Some grasshoppers can be the same color as the grass. You can't even see them. So that's like the shade shifting part of it. All right. So the first. Hold on, let's go back. I don't know why they showing all this. All right, the alien conspiracy, all this, right? It all goes back to the war that took place on Risk when these evoluted form of a reptilian species that looked more humanoid, right? They had mixed with the Hindus on Pluto and Titan, which is the moon of Mars. They end up getting like this. We started this program where we was inviting people to Risk to study the hologramic technology and different things. And we also to make treaties with these beings, we put them one of their guys second in command, which was Tanush, who was a reptilian humanoid being. And that, if you got to go back and watch the mix, how that come about with the Dragonian mix and all that, going back to the Mother Huber tape, right? But to make a long story short, these beings came to Risk and blew up our whole ozone layer using the asteroid bomb. And that in turn, we had to come here to get the gold. That in turn, Earth was the center of Earth. We created a system or a temple or a dimension or a plane where we could trap these beings and lock them as prisoners. That's why you saw the tape that we call the War in Heaven in 2023. We got these beings with the reptilians are dying now. They showed you in this movie. It's called The Immortals, right? The Immortals, where these reptilians were trapped down in this temple and they had these things in their mouth. Let me pull it up to show you. The movie called The Immortals, I think. All right. Reptilians trapped. But these are fourth dimensional reptilians. It's some that got trapped on the sixth dimension. We trapped the higher beings on the sixth dimension, which is the sixth dimension is hyperspace. See, in between each place where people live, beings live, it's a buffer. So the first level is people that's living on a second dimension. And you call them, you can't see them, you call them microorganisms. But if you get a microscope, then you can see them. See the scope. See what you can see is based on your scope. You can see the beings. You can see extraterrestrial if you got a higher enough scope. because they vibrating in a whole nother frequency. The microorganisms were vibrating on one frequency. That's why when they see them, they look down at them and they say that they flat. They say that a microorganism is flat, but if they go into the microorganism even farther down, then they'll see that this is a whole world. This is a whole galaxy. A cell is a whole world. It's a whole galaxy. One cell. And that's why they showed you, because somebody want me to break down the Man in Black. I might be doing that tape this evening, the Man in Black tape. Break down the Man in Black, part 1, part 2, and part 3. But in the Man in Black, they show you around that cat, he has the galaxies on Orion's neck. So he got a whole universe. That cat had a whole universe on his neck in the microorganism world. You know what I'm saying? So shit could get smaller behind your comprehension, or it could get bigger beyond your comprehension. So you gotta have a microscope to see these beings. Let me see. Maybe I can get it like this. All right, so this is a movie, Immortals. I was trying to find that picture of them reptilians locked down in that temple, though, the gold temple. Because remember, Baba said that we trapped these beings in a gold temple in Shambhala. The original 200 fallen. And these beings went to stop. They got these people. The first guy is in representation of Mikael. And these are the supposed to be the angels that coming down to stop these beings from getting out of that temple down there. See, that's what that vortex, the vortex and all that. They come down and fight these beings. Let me find out. I say they fighting these reptilians. You see the scales on these beings? They fighting these reptilians to keep them from getting out. Look at these reptilians. See what I'm talking about? They're telling you in the movie what's going on about the war between the reptilians and the humans. The reptilians said they are the humans' maker. We'll get into the different species in a minute. I'm saying that reptilians got an idea in their head that they are the humans' maker because of their DNA being used to create the humans. Now, we not humans. Type O, you're not human. You Anunnaki. They talking about the type A, type B, type AB. That's the human DNA. That's the human blood type. And the A and the B came before the AB. The AB was after the more genetic mix, making it stronger by having the A and the B enzymes or anti-gens, as they say. Okay, so these reptilians were trapped in this temple. Hold on, let me see what they call these people. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, these people, that's how they was right here. These dudes like this. All right, so I did a little tape on this, right? So you see them dudes down there trapped in a gold temple, and they got these like some kind of rope in their mouth, and they trapped down and they stuck and they can't move. Why would they show you this in the movie? Where did they get this from? Because they know that we trapped those beings down in Shambhala in the center of the earth. That's why they do go in the cave with the Artemis bow. That bow really represents the emerald tablets. And the emerald tablets had the different passwords that Tahuti used to lock them in there. Because keep in mind, Michael is the one that came down and grabbed Lucifer, put a chain to him, and dragged him down into the earth, dragged him down into the pits. That's really dealing with this same thing. He the one that came down and put these beings and locked these beings up in this thing. And he said, and like in the movie, they show you these beings coming down. And Michael said, which is the fallen leader, he said that these beings ain't gonna leave this place. They ain't gonna get out of here. Mikael said they ain't gonna get out of here. They gonna keep them trapped down now in Shambhala, in the Golden Temple, the fourth dimension. And these beings we just going wherever the ancestors lead us, but we're gonna get into some different types and what they do. You know, we're just going whatever ancestors lead us on this right here. Um, what I was saying is these beings want out of this dimension. They want to get out of this fourth dimension, and it's ways they can get out, but it had to be a lot of stuff that take place for them to stay out. So they can leave there in their mind and take over somebody. They can leave this place using their mind and tap into somebody else that's on the third dimension and use them and draw their body around because you nothing but a mind. It's really what you are. You are a mind. Right? A mind. So they use they some people make deals with these beings so for fourth dimensional information to get ahead in the third dimensional world. Make deals with these beings to turn they some of their loved ones over to these beings, or even they self over to these beings. And they've been trying to get out for quite some time. They've been stuck down there for a while. You're talking about a long time. They've been down there, and they want out. The fourth dimension. They trapped in subspace. They brain stuck in limbo. Go watch the movie with I forget, it's called Inception, I think. Inception. Where you study, we're gonna do a tape on the dream world and how it works in the fourth dimension and how it works. We're gonna do a tape on that, right? That's coming up next week because we're going for 13 tapes for next week. So we're hitting you back to back today like this. But these beings want to get out, and we trapped them now. Now these are not the higher beings. These are more the warrior clan. They more the warrior clan. The brain power. They the warriors. It's three different types. Mindsets of these beings, but it's 18 different species, and then from those species, even more species were generated. The original 18 species, but these beings they want out, and so what they do is, like I said, they use people on the third dimension to do their thing, and the more they really useless. These beings right here, they really useless unless they can get out. But while they dying now, they can use other people's body to promote the hierarchy of their leaders, which is called the archives, which is trapped on the sixth dimension. So they trapped these people beings here trapped in the fourth dimension. They were the warrior clan that fought with Halai because it's two different wars that spun out to a big war. Like the first war was with Tarnush, and now that we trapped them on a sixth dimension because we was fighting them in the seventh dimension. The seventh dimension, we was fighting them in pure thought. We was fighting them, right? And then we kicked them down to the sixth dimension and locked them into the sixth dimension. Then we chose to go down and slow our vibration down to the fifth dimension. And then that's when we started doing all the stuff to try to figure out how we can give a place where our people can ascend from the third dimension. And we did. We came up with that technology. So some of these reptilians are trapped on the sixth dimension. They like the hierarchy. That's like Tanush and the older clan, the older generation. They of Dragonians. They trapped on the sixth dimension, which is hyperspace. It's like being trapped on Route 66. Route 66. So we trapped them now. They've been stuck there. They want out. But they want to be able to ascend back up to the seventh dimension. So what they need worship to do this. They need people, like it said in the script, like it said in the scriptures in the Bible. It says, if I be lifted up, I shall draw all men unto me. So with the worship, more worship you get, more because when people worship you, your name go platinum. Like it's a new guy that's a rapper named Finesse 2 Times, and he got the fans, and they lifted him up, and so now he making millions of dollars off him being lifted up by his fans. So when people lift you up, it give you power. It give you a certain type of power when you got fans. To where some people take advantage of it, because I'm gonna tell you, once they get all them fans with their potential hydrogen put on them, well, you got 100,000, 300,000, with a million fans, and then they blowing hot potential hydrogen on you. Now you become a god, you become a star, a superstar, a celebrity, and then that's why them girls be doing whatever them dudes say, because they got a power on them, to I'm telling you, man, the potential hydrogen. They can get them high without even having to hit no drugs or nothing, because of the potential hydrogen. But yeah, so these beings want out. The sixth dimension RIs, they want to go up to the seventh. The fourth dimensional beings, we fought them in the fifth dimension. See, we fought the first war took place in the seventh dimension. We kicked them down to the sixth, and then some of them got on the other clan was on the fifth. We got into it with them, fought them again, and kicked them down, right, to the third, to like the fourth dimension, and to the low limbo, right, to where they trapped mentally. They plugged in just like in the Matrix, in a system of the fourth dimension, the mental reservoir. That's why some people say they hear voices. I hear voices. They hear negative shit. I heard a voice told me to go and do this or whatever. That those be those negative reptilians trying to make the energy fear, mayhem, destroy, kill and destroy. That's their mottos. So they promote that mentally, and then people say they heard a voice say do this or do that. So that's what's happening. And so that's one species, and they more humanoid reptilians. So they show you this in these movies, these people locked down in this temple. And Baba was talking about that a long time ago, about them being locked in Shambhala. All right. And that's one species. Let's try this right here. See if we can show you something. So these are the ones that can shade shift and make you look like a human. They're the ones that mix with the humans. Some of these reptilians are really neutral beings, or benevolence. Like the original Dragonians, they were originally benevolent until they mixed in with the Hindus, which were really the real fallen angels. So the Hindus were disagreeable. And then when they started mixing in with the reptilians, you got some more of that this disagreeable Dragonian, the humanoid Dragonian, Tanishna. So they were more aggressive, and they had to mix from the Meldekians, who were the ninja fleet, who were aggressive, right? Who were aggressive beings. And the reptilians have took over 70 different kingdoms of the Greys. The Greys had 200 kingdoms from the 200 original 7-foot beings. They had 200 kingdoms, and 70 of them have been taken over by the reptilians. So the reptilians are controlling certain species. It's certain species of Greys that's working on behalf of the reptilians, like the marker beings, who are the ones that abduct the cows and then cut them open and steal their intestines, because they use these cows to reproduce. They have a cow's intestines built like the same as a cow. So they really like hybrid biological entities, robots, right? That's worker beings for the reptilian. Some of these you got some like 18 different species. Like I say, some are aggressive. The most aggressive ones are the humanoid Dragonians and the snake beings. Now, if you look at your planet, and look at the different types of species here. Yeah. Declare types of reptilians. So there's different types of reptilians on your planet, right? if you begin to observe here, right here on your planet, one of the oldest beings is the tortoise and the alligator and the reptilian, because they go back to ancient creatures, uh, like dinosaur type creatures. All right, so all these different reptilians can give you an idea on what type of reptilians we're dealing with. So we got a snake type being. Snakes swallow their food whole and then regurgitate the bones. So it's a reptilian species out here that can eat you whole and then spit out back out your bones in the galaxy. Right? A tortoise will bite you right down in the crack of your ass. But it might let go, depends on how your energy is and how you is with nature. But I'm gonna tell you, a snapping turtle. When I tell you a snapping turtle will bite down into your ass and hold on for 2 million years until you chop his head off. Yeah, snapping turtle a little different. They from the streets. Snapping turtles from the streets. They'll hold on to you, bite right down until you just lock down. All my people from the south, from the country, they know about the snapping turtle. All right, so there's different types of species. Reptilian. You got a reptilian that'll bite down into your ass and hold on. Then you got one that'll bite you and eat you. The crocodile will eat you. But they got a different style. They got because different reptilians got different styles. The alligator like to take you down underwater. He'll spin you around till he get you rotisserie style, get you spent around real good under the water, take you choke snuff out. Then they'll go down, tuck you under a log, let you marinate a little bit. And then he'll come back every time he hungry in a couple days after you done juicy up, then begin to take pieces by piece, and might even share it with his buddies. Might even share with his buddies if it ain't a big bull. A big bull, the big bull is like a big ass alligator, like the male alligator. See the tribe shit, like see they mean they move in tribes because it's a bull. So they mean Mother Nature, animals move in tribes. And they got a big bull that run the tribe, just like a wolf. Wolf's got lowboat wolves, the leader of the pack. So that's part of nature. So it's always a leader. It's always somebody with a leader, right? In certain species, right? So so we got the snake, how they eat. The reptilian drop down. I told you how he gonna get you. He gonna get you nice and rotisserie style. You know what I'm saying? He gonna roll you. He gonna roll you. He gonna roll you under the water until he get you. Where you ain't jerking no more. Then he gonna take you down, tuck you under the log, season you up, not so he can get you seasoned up when that good fresh water going through you. And then once that happens, once he get you for 2 or 3 days rotisserie, get you seasoned up and marinated good, they come back down and take them a piece. Yeah, that's how alligators get down. They go back far. We had they call them crocodiles, alligators, depends on which I think it's the same species, but it's a slight difference between the two, the alligator and the crocodile. But we had crocodiles in the Nile. We had control of these crocodiles. These crocodiles defended ancient Kemet and the hippopotamus too. So people had control of it, like Sebek. Sebek had control of the crocodiles, which is why they gave him a crocodile type head style. Right, let me show you a picture of Sebek in ancient Kemet. We just flowing where the wind might blow, bro. We just flowing where the wind might blow. We flowing where the wind might blow. So they got Sebek in ancient Kemet. Look, it's the same headpiece that Amun Ra be having on. Maybe there's some slight difference. But you see Sebek got the alligator head, a crocodile head. Right. So we was moving on this level. I think because he had reptilian DNA. But yeah, but the crocodile is a reptilian, and so it's similar reptilians out here in the universe that have that same species. Because you got to keep in mind when these beings were the human population in the universe got populated because beings getting abducted from here, taken to other planets. Some were being taken advantage of, right? Some were being hit like the Bluavians, the beings that got the mothership outside of Mars. They were coming and abducting beings, taking them other planets to start a new life. And then it's another group that were coming to take people as hosts because they were parasites and they lived off of living in human bodies like bacteria. Uh, then there was another species that wanted you as you know bologna sandwiches or a snack lunch or just like that reptilian, just like that roach said in Man in Black, where he grabbed that girl and said, "Oh, I'll take you along for a snack." They want to take you along for a snack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but it's a lot of people out here. They think that this is the only planet with life on it. I mean, that's a low level thinking. If you want to show us some love, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, or donate. We might do a couple parts to this one because this right here a long topic. Don't do the super chat. We're dropping the cash app in the link. Ride by if you're just coming in the building. We're about to go in on this topic. So it's a lot of it's the hey, take that back. It's okay, let me put this it's the wrong thing right here. It's the God cash app. Yeah, so we're gonna go in, man, about the reptilians, man. We're going in about the reptilians. If you're just coming in, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We got 154 people in here. Hit the like, everybody hit the like right now, man, so we can get that algorithm up. But so you got these different styles of reptilians. You got different styles of lizards. You got eels, right? You got water moccasins. People in the South know about them water moccasins. They always told us that they were poisonous. So you got poisonous snakes. You got snakes that ain't poisonous. This is a different type of reptilian. So in the galactics, you got reptilians that are poisonous, and then you got reptilians that are not poisonous. That can and that can be a metaphor. They could be a metaphor for being bad or good beings. But you gotta look at this too. Even the poisonous snakes are used for medicine. So it depends on your perspective. It just goes on to put it depends on your perspective whether some beings are good or bad. You know, this being may be bad to you, but it may be good to this being. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. So it depends on your perspective on, you know, if these beings are good or bad. Right? Some people think the Dragonians is good guys, and that they want to fight against Enlil and Inky because they want to be free from the choices. I think it was on that Matrix where he said that I'm gonna read that quote. We're gonna read that quote for the show out on what he said about the choices, right, in the Matrix. But we got all these different types of reptilians. We got the different types of lizards. So it's a lizard species of reptilians in the galaxy. It's some lizard species coming from Orion. It's some reptilian species. The original, some of them went to Cyrus, and that spawned the Nomos. See, the Nomos is a little different. They reptilians as well, but they're a little different from the they are the originators. Really, the Nomos are really they come from one of the original. They before the Dragonians. The Nomos come before the Dragonians. right? Because they come from an original species that got took to Sirius B. Sirius B is a new star. Why? Because it's blue. I mean, Sirius A is a new star because it's blue. That means that it just started burning a couple billions of years ago. Our star is going into like the last phase, which is the red, before its frequency slow down and then it turns into supernovas. Or if we come and replace the light bulb, it'll start out with a big new sun. It'll become a bigger star, like a neutron star. Because we do this with we do this a lot around the galaxy. We do we watch a star, we birth the star, actually create that star. We monitor it, so when it burn out, we can make it send it into a neutron star instead of making it into a supernova. So we can prevent supernovas. We have this technology. We'll send it to because all it is a thought. All it is a thought to change, to fix it. All it is a thought to fix it. That's why we told you we wrote all this information down. Then Anu approved it, and then we sent it down, and that's the way it's going. Everything is going the way it's going. That's why we got rules and regulations in this game that a fifth dimensional being cannot come down and interfere without having a passport. You can't come down to the third dimension and then interfere with what's happening. That's against galactic law. And so it's a lot of beings that broke that rule right now. They breaking them rules. They even breaking them rules by shadow banning our page and not letting everybody get a chance to hear, whether they reject it or not. We just want you to know the truth. So it's different types of, look at how many different types of reptilian species are there. And all of them eat their food in a different type of way. And all of them eat their different types of food. But the reptilians originally was designed to eat insects, to counteract the insects. So they created the bird beings, and they were supposed to counteract the insects. That's why birds eat insects. And so reptilians were supposed to counteract the insects too. This was Mother Huber was. This was the original mission. The original mission is we assigned Mother when Anu became the Most High, he still wanted to work with Mother Huber. Still was working with the scientists. She just wasn't the head scientist no more. Mother Ninti became the head scientist. This was part of the jealousy, right? It's a part of the jealousy by Mother Ninti becoming the head scientist. All right. And their time faded out because her time was when her father was Anu's father was the Most High. So, but her intentions was to create some warrior clan to take us over, take us out, so she could be the Most High. But she eventually created the first species. Where her whole game was, I'm gonna sit back and listen at them and let their own fear be their demise. So that fear of the insects taking over made us go to Mother Huber, and she created this reptilian species to counteract the insects, to slow them down from populating. And so that's what happened. That's how the reptilians come into play. And then when she saw how aggressive they was, she's like, "Oh, I can make these beings more dangerous." So she put poison in them, and then I can make them more dangerous than that. Now I got certain species that fly. Now, if you go in, now some people might say that's crazy. Young Gilla can't prove that it's reptilians that fly. Yes, it is. You don't know about the flying lizards? Let's type that in. Flying lizards. It's right here on your planet. All the proof is right here before your eyes, right in nature, about all the species that's in your galaxy. Hold on, let's get it pulled up. As far as the flying, have you ever seen a flying squirrel? Hold on, let me show you. What you think a bat is? A bat is a flying reptilian. A bat. It's a flying reptilian. They eat insects, and they have a higher frequency of hearing. Bats can hear a higher frequency. They can hear. Bats are really blind. They can really hear higher frequencies. They hear ultrasound. Hold on, let's go back. Yeah, the Nagas, right? Who that is? Epic Eric, the Nagas, right? Hold on, they're trying to man. Okay, hold up, man. Let me plug my phone up before it goes dead. We're just giving you the basics, man. So on this, we're gonna probably do a part 2 to this because this right here, this we're getting into a lot. I'm gonna talk about the reptilians. We'll get into a lot, but let me show you this. People say, "Oh, young Gilder, make it shit up. Reptilians don't fly." Let me show you, man. What you think a bat's all about? But let me show you this. We're gonna show you this first. Flying lizard. Hakeem. Hey, hold up, man. Hey, I'm on live right now, man. You get Hakeem? All right, hold on, man. I gotta all right, hold on, let me get this right here pulled up, man. My bad. We got cut out for a second. Let's get it. Hey, Rob Bob, if you're coming in the building, if you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. If you don't receive a notification from us every day, right, come back and check with us. Come back and check with us, man. We got something going on every day. All right, so this is a lizard right here that fly right here in nature. We ain't gotta go look for. Everything is in nature. So this is the Dragonian type species. They got the tails, the wings, and you can find these beings in nature. We ain't gotta beat you over your head. Hey, you say a bat is a mammal. Now, hey, that's a good argument now, because but you got hey, what's your scientific no theses on it? What's your theses on that, man? Because that's a good argument though, because I know why you're saying it. It's a good argument. Yeah, but yeah, it's flying reptilians right here on your planet, man. So you see the Dragonian influence right there. Like I say, you ain't gotta. You want to look at, you want to see what's going on in your galaxy. All you gotta do is look at the species, the different types of species on the planet, and you're looking right at the all of the, because like I told you, this is Project Blue Rock. Take advantage while you're here. This is school. That's why they sent you here to observe so and learn about all the species in the galaxy. You're supposed to be here learning about these species in nature. And we was until at a certain point in time, they cut us off from it. That's what it really all about, to make us fail. We fail by not learning about all these species on the planet. And these are all the species in the galaxy. This is part of our school. Earth is a school. Earth is elementary. School for the galaxy, for this side of the galaxy, for the Orion destination. You are at school. And you're supposed to learn about all this blue rock. This is like a zoo. Earth is like a zoo for the galaxy, like some kind of museum or some kind of observance center. That's why all these species are coming from other galaxies to observe. They come here to observe, to look around, to see all. It's like it's an amazing thing. They have all these different species here, right? They have all these different species on Earth. The bat don't lay eggs. That's what that's a good thing, man. See, that's one reason I was talking about that you may have a good argument, right? Let's see something real quick. Let's see how can we go? Let's see the bats. It's like a damn puppet. That's what it looked like, a flying puppet. So, dude, can dogs fly? Shit, it like a damn flying puppet to me. Some, it's got to be mixed with some type of rat too. Got a dog like but yeah, these bats. They sure got sharp teeth like but see, like that's another like we're dealing with all different types of species. It just proved to you on the planet, right? It just proved to you on the planet we're dealing with like a rat bird, right? See, like a rat bird. Yeah, so where were we? But so you got reptilians that fly. We already showed you that. So when people say that when we tell you reptilians got wings, and it's a group of reptilians that got wings, which is most of the Dragonian clan that it's a snake type that's like a long snake type, like the dragon types, right? Like this type, the dragons. They're like a snake with wings, right? This type, you got this type, right? This type of reptilian, which we just seen. We just showed you that species really right here on Earth, but it's some of them that's got bigger. That's like 18 feet, 25 feet in height, and can weigh over a couple tons. And they big serpents, flying serpents. And they say all this is myth, but they couldn't think of it if it was a myth. See, myth mean it can't, they couldn't even think of it if it wasn't a myth. So dragons exist. We just showed you some real dragons in your damn on your planet. So, but this species can be tamed, but they real aggressive. These species can be tamed. It's some good ones, and then there's some bad ones. The Dragonians, mostly of them are aggressive though, and this one of the biggest reptilians that you probably gonna come across. It will hopefully you don't come across. It's right here like the biggest reptilians you're gonna come across because they're like the snake, long snake type reptilian flying dragons. Then you got got the serpent types. You got other serpent types that don't got wings, and some of them live underwater, and they call Leviathan species, the Leviathan priests. And these beings are the priesthood. Why? Because they go back older than those ones that live above ground. They've been here. These Leviathan priests are some of the people that broke off from the Nagas, the good extraterrestrial who went to Cyrus, and then they broke off and became the Leviathan priesthood. And they actually are like the religious part of the reptilians, because the reptilians more religious than scientific. They more of a tribal and worship type energy more than being scientific like we were as Rizians. And it's part of the reason why the disagreement happened. They wanted worship and following. Well, we wanted to create science and lift and upliftment. So yeah, they couldn't even think of this shit if it didn't exist. So they get the ones you got the ones coming from Betelgeuse. It's a star system called Betelgeuse that's getting ready to burn out. And they want stakes in on your planet and your sun so that they can buy some time. Betelgeuse is like a red star that's in the Orion star system, close to Rajal, and they want in on your planet because why? You got water. These Leviathan priests, they can live under salt water. These beings, and they neutral beings really. They mostly neutral beings, but they go with whoever got the best suit their agenda as far as their fertility go. And so that's why they say, oh, something's coming from Beetlejuice. We don't know what it is. It's these reptilian beings. And they made a movie about it called Beetlejuice. Because the leader named Tubazar. It's the leader of these beings. And he worked on behalf of the Draconian Reptilians, Tubazar, who will scare the shoes and the pants off you if you ain't a real OG in this game, in this extraterrestrial game. Go watch a movie called Beetlejuice, right? Yeah, so yeah, the dragon can get up to 25 feet and weigh up to 2 or 3 tons, these beings. And they can fly. And at one time, a lot of this stuff existed. Why you think that they rock a dragon in China? They worship these beings, these dragon beings who come from Beetlejuice, who was eating the air of the barons as a food source. Because keep in mind, the dragon, they like the snake type beings. So those beings eat things whole and then regurgitate the bone. So a dragon, when they bite down and tell you, hey, so they already promoting this on TV. When they ask, it's a snake commercial. I mean, it's a shark commercial where they let this dude eat a Snicker. Well, they let this dude eat a Snicker, and then they asked the shark, "How did he taste?" That's some funny shit right here, right? They this dude comes in. If you watch this commercial, you probably seen it online. If you watch this commercial, this dude came in and ate a Butterfinger. Was it Butterfinger? Snickers. Yeah, it was a Snickers. He ate a Snickers, and they got 2 people to come in and eat a Snickers, and then they got the Nomos sharks to eat these beans, and then tell you how they taste. And then they would say, "Oh yeah, they taste like it's a little buttery." Little guy had a little back end on a nutty. He was a little nutty. Had like a little nutty taste with like just a hint of caramel and all this. Some funny shit, right? But they already leading you toward, you know, telling you what was going down with this shit with these reptilians. And these beings are part of a Nomo species. They go back. They actually these beings actually were brought here from Cyrus. They are evolution of this different species, like the dolphin. You can see the dolphin connection. The dolphin is one of the older Nomos. The dolphin is one of the older Nomos. So you can see the dolphin. These beings are ancestors. The sharks is an ancestor of the dolphin. But they more of aggressive dolphins that evolved on another planet because they adapted to what was going down on that planet. But they brought them back here. See, like, okay, like let me explain. All right, like so it's certain species of plants that after a while they do what they call adaptation. Well, if they was getting attacked and picked up and getting uprooted a lot, they had to develop spikes. That's why certain plants got spikes on them, right? Now, like the rose. The rose was getting picked a lot, so now it's got a spikes on it. It's like a defensive mechanism. Some plants became poisonous over time. Now, still poison still can be used as a healer if you're a top alchemist. But some plants came poisonous as a defense mechanism because it was getting taken out. So it adapted to it. Animals do this, plants do this, and humans do this. Cause, and the reason why is because your DNA is always recorded. So your DNA is recording and is making adjustments based on what you're going through every day in your life. It's making adjustments. This shit is the human body is more advanced than people know, but especially in this time after the minds is being sped up. But the DNA is recording 24/7, all day and all night. The DNA is recording. So everything you do, whether it be smoke, drink, break your leg, kiss somebody and swap DNA with them, all that's being recorded onto your DNA. That's why when people be together for a long time, they can begin to look alike. And people stay together for a long time, they got 20 years, they've been swapping DNA through kissing and making love and things. So they've been swapping bodily fluids. And then each of their DNA is recorded and copying onto each other. So they start to look like brother and sister. You probably seen this a lot. Like, man, are they brother and sister? They look alike. And you ask them, hey, how long y'all been together? Oh, we've been together like 15 years. Right? So that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? Where we at, man? Yeah, but you got these anacondas, like the anaconda big. They like the ones, but they like the ones like that come from the anacondas is like the ones that come from Beetlejuice. But except some of them they got human heads. Some of the these snakes, these serpents and dragon looking beings from Beetlejuice, they really ain't got no wings in Beetlejuice. But they got humanoid looking features. Some of the snakes, because you got to go back to a ancient Egyptian god called what was her name? Why Skit? I think that's her name. Uh, trying to think of her name. Not why Skit. It's maybe somebody can drop it in the chat. She was a mix between the Dragonians and the Goa'uld. I'm gonna think of her name in a minute. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I see the image of it in my head. Thinking why Skit. That's how you say her name. I'll think of it in a minute. I'll think of it in a minute. But yeah, man. But we want to just bring this extracurricular stuff to you. I'm about to get ready to get off because my wife want me to do something for her. But I'm gonna get back on again. We might do 4 tapes today. But this right here is the evening class. This right here just part 1. We're probably gonna have about 4 more parts to this too, where we teach you about more reptilian stuff. We're just trying to keep you busy, keep you going. So go back and check out all the other tapes. We dropped a tape, the flat Earth theory tape, part 2 this morning. So go back and check out that tape. They hiding it right now, abandoning it right now. But if you can find it on there, it'll be probably loaded up tomorrow, or they let it release tomorrow once they view it because we ain't talking about that. But debunking the flat Earth theory, we finished them. We getting them out of the community. We saying man niggas off the stage coming on stage talking about flat Earth theory. We saying man in their ass off the stage. That's a wrap for you, man. We ain't playing. No, it ain't Bastet. Bastet has the I think a feline head style. Head style. It's man, I know her name. Right? I think it's Wajet. That's it. That's what it is. Wajet. I think it's Wajet. Hold on, god damn. Hold on. Wajet. I think it's Wajet. Yeah, her. Here she go right here. All right, yeah. So this was Ra's daughter. Ra made a treaty with the Dragonians, with these Dragonians from Beetlejuice. Because keep in mind that's in Orion, and they were like reptilian, the reptilians with wings. And he mixed in with them. And Wajet is the daughter of Ra, right? And she was from these beings. Because keep in mind, they show you the reptilians down there, but it's more than just the reptilians that's trapped in that building. It's different species that's trapped down there. Because it was more than just one species. It's a lot. 1/3 of a lot of the galactics chose to fight on with these beings, and so, but it was from different species. So it was different. It was disagreeable beings amongst each species. A lot of them, 1/3 of them, chose to fight with these reptilians. So you got camel-looking beings, you got feline beings, you got insects that chose to fight with these disagreeable beings against us, and they got kicked down too into that temple. Right. So Wajet, that's what that was her name. The ancestors said the name, shouted it out, they say Wajet. So I heard that. And so yeah, she's one of those beings from the Beetlejuice clan who were Dragonians with wings, like the dragon type. and then they mixed in with these ghouls. So she's like the daughter of Ra. And these beings can also shade shift to look like humans. And they live underwater. These beings were water beings because they were the Leviathan priesthood that was connected with the Dragon. I'm about to get out of here. I just want to put that out for you, man. Let me go and get out. We gotta go to the store real quick. So peace and love. We'll be back on this evening, man. For the next class. So thank you for tuning in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button before you get out of here. Hit the bell. If you don't get a notification from us every day, come back and check with us. We be live and lit every day, man. Trying to bring you. We're gonna have more Native American information coming out. Next week we're gonna have a whole bunch of funny shit coming out. We're just trying to keep you all around busy, man. We're trying to keep you entertained or out of time or upper time. We're trying to keep you going non-stop, taking you to the top. So we out of here, man. Islam, peace and love and harmony. I should divine love throughout the violence universe to all. We love you all with our heart and soul. Wadu.